Okay, we're starting. Hello, hello. This is Sandy from Doux Designs, and tonight we're going to do, I know it says prickly pear, don't let that confuse you. They have changed names now, and they are currently called Pajama Crafter Stamps. So I know I didn't mention to everyone that I was going out of town. Hi Darlene, hi Becky. So on Monday I drove to Kentucky to hang out with Joy from Pajama Crafter Stamps. So I thought, what would be better than to use her stamps while I'm here? So tonight we are going to play with these two stamp sets. I'm really excited about them because I haven't gotten to play with them yet, and so we're going to do it together. But this is called the Thanks Stamp and Die Set. So these are the stamps, and then the die is actually the word thanks will cut out for you. So it's super cool, and the stamp set is $19.99. And the die set is $13.99, and you can get them both. And you get these words 3 times, which is awesome. And then you can add to them any of these other sentiments. So tonight, we're going to actually make 2 cards. We're going to do this blank thanks, and we're going to do the thanks with all of the decorations in it. We're going to color them both with Copics. And then we're going to use this You Are My Sunshine stamp and die set. So the stamp is $15.99 and the dies on the back, they're $13.99. And we're going to use this one in the corner because isn't that just the cutest thinking thing? So hi ladies, hello Meg. So we're going to go ahead and do that tonight. I am really excited. And then we're going to use this stencil for part of the background, and this is Gina Marie stencil, and it's Joy's. So I'm just borrowing all the things from her tonight because, you know, that's what you get to do when you're at someone else's house. Hi Sissy. So let's get started. We're going to use oxides tonight and Copics, and yes, I brought my Copics, traveled with me all the way here to Kentucky, so we are for sure going to use that. This, I already have this pre-cut for us to do the stenciling, and then I have pre-cut some of the dies, the words that we need, and I also included this little dragonfly that's in the set as well. It's in the thanks set. And then this, I've already die cut this. So we're going to color these with Copics, but we're also going to create with them. So Joy's been so graciously cutting stuff for me, which is super nice of her. But I want to make the thanks stand up. So we used thicker cardstock here that we cut just to use the die. We didn't stamp anything on it. And then I will put this on top after we color it to make it thicker so it'll really stand out. Because I have a great idea for this. So I have it already pre-done, but I've never made it before, so we're hoping it all works out good. That's the way I roll. You guys know that. Hey, Becky. And I do have my Copics, so that is a big old plus because then I know where they all are. So not that she doesn't have them. She does. She does. She has them all. But it's easier when they're organized in the order you're used to using. So what I need to know is my BG78 Joy is junk. I'm waiting for a new one to come in, so if I could borrow yours, that would be fabulous. So I have not chosen the colors. We're running a little bit off. Hey, Dale. Dale's popping in too. See, even when I'm not home, he joins us. Isn't that exciting, you guys? That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to use BG 78, 75, and 72 to start off with, and we're going to color the one that has all of these designs in it. So I want to kind of hold that up. Hopefully it'll zoom in for you, but there are flowers. No, they're little butterflies on this one, and dots on this one, and leaves, and then zigzag flowers on this one, and then there's stripes on this one. So it's got a lot going on it, but I'm going to show you how to color it fairly simple. So we're going to go ahead and start that out. Hey, Cheryl. No, I'm not home tonight, but look at you. It doesn't even take a hiccup, man. I can live from anywhere. So, yep, I'm not going to let you guys down. I'm still going to be here Tuesday and Thursday. And we're going to start with BG 78, and I'm going to do some shadow areas. So because this is a word, I can shadow this however I want. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of shadow from like the lights coming from this side. So all the shadows are going to be on this side. So keep that in mind when you're watching how I'm coloring this. And I'm going to do every other stripe on this. So I'm going to start the first one with the one over here on the edge. And then I'm going to go with the middle one right here. And there's some little hearts in these stripes. So it's really cute. This is a really cute design. I've never played with a set like this. So I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you guys joined me tonight. And that's why I didn't announce what I was going to be coloring this week, because I knew I was going to be out of town and I wanted to play with her stuff. So, okay, so this flower, I want to color the flower a different color. So I'm just going to start with the shadows for the outside of the flowers. So kind of that in-between stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and start working this a bit. No problem. I'm going around all the flower areas so I can leave the flowers blank for us to decorate them a different color. So I hope you guys are all doing good. There's a show this weekend that I'm going to help with. So I'm going to actually be at one of the, what is it, Stamp Away? Is that what it's called? So she's going to be at Stamp Away and I just came to help. So on these ones right here, I'm going to do like a checkered board look. So I'm going to start here and then I'm going to do opposite corners. And so I'll go back to here. And then I'm going to go all the way over to this one. And I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to do this one. So I'm kind of doing every other one. So not the one right below what I did. And you can, like, this design has so many possibilities. Because I could do it in rows or I could do it across. But I chose checkered tonight. So that's what we're doing right here. And we'll do the checkers in a different color. The other side of the checkers in a different color. Because, you know, that's what makes it fun. So, there's a lot of detail in this one, but it's really awesome. Hey, Laura. Thank you for popping in. Again, I'm going to do the leaves a different color, so I'm just going to start working on the background of this one. I want this to be my dominating color because it coordinates with the pattern paper that we're going to use for this card. So we chose the pattern paper before the live, and then that way I could choose the colors to match it. And I just knew this one would probably match up, but you know, no guarantees. So no judgment. I'm away from home. I'm not in my own stuff. So and then the spots, like this whole one will just be all the same color because the spots are already black. So you won't be able to see them a whole lot when I'm doing this color. But once we lighten up the color, you'll be able to start seeing it quite a bit more. So yeah, you guys, poor Dale, he's by himself. I left him for a little while. Poor guy. This one, you know, I look at it and I think it's flowers, but I really think maybe it's not. It's like a butterfly or maybe a dragonfly. So I'm going to go around those. We'll color those in. Coming around this edge. Staying all on the inside. Not going to put any on the top side except for like right around these little bitty spaces right here. I mean, it's an S, of course. I love coloring that. Hi, Lisa. Hey, thanks you guys for popping in. I mean, this set is so much fun. If you need to, she also has it that where it says peace, just like this, thanks. And then, do you have another one, or is it just? I love you. Oh, and she has one that says I love you. So, if you really like these and think they're neat, you should check them out on the site. And I can put my affiliate link unless you have it. You can put it now if you want. Do you have my affiliate link?
I don't have your affiliate link, but I can put the links in. Anything that
comes in. You can do
it
from my phone. Do you want to do it from my phone?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So if you go into this, oops, right here, you can copy yours and then just go put it under the group. And then that way they can log in and look at your stamps. She has a great big sale going on right now, making space for new items. So, it's like, is it 75% off?
There's a lot of stuff that's 75% off. There's 50 to 75.
50 to 75% off. So, if you want to check it out, it's a pretty awesome deal going on. I get to shop while I'm here. So I'm just using the BG75 to kind of extend out from where the darkest color is so we can start moving into the lighter color. But you can tell it's already coming to life a bit. It's really neat. Yeah, a lot at 75. Oh, look, Lisa's on here. That's helpful. As well as the Christmas and July sale too, which ends tonight. Oh, look at that. I did my live at the right time. Perfect.
Today is the last day.
It is the last day of the month. You guys, where is the time going? It's going so fast. We can't keep up. So yeah, it's about a 13-hour drive here from my house to here. So I did that on Monday with lots of loud music playing. And frequent calls from Joy to make sure all is okay, which was amazing. And a few from my mom and my daughter and, you know, a few people checking. But I wanted to, it's kind of a girls' trip. We just hung out and talked, and I haven't had any, like, girl hangout time in a while, so I thought, let's do it! On the road again! Yes, but not, I'm on the road right now, but it won't be as frequent as it was before, and at least we still get our lives going on, so that's great. She said she didn't mind me using all her equipment to set up, so that was awesome. So we have tonight, and then we'll have a different stamp set on Thursday. No. We can't do Thursday night, can we? Because that's the night of the show.
No, it's Friday night.
Oh, it's Friday night.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can still do Thursday.
Yep.
Okay.
I might be doing like last minute signs and that kind of stuff that you can craft.
Yeah. So I'll still be live on Thursday night as well. Okay. So the next color we're going to use BG72. Hey, Mom. Look at that. Linda's watching. Okay, and so now I'm just blending those colors with the light color. just to get that like light and dark in the middle. Look how cool that looks in the tea. That's really cool. I like that. They're a little bit harder to color after they've already been cut out. Just a little bit, because it's so small and you have to hold on to it. But you wouldn't have to cut it until after. I just didn't want to make you guys sit here and watch us die cut. Sometimes it's a little better if you don't have to watch that part. But we are going to make 2 cards tonight. And I don't think it'll take too awful long to do it. So I think we'll be golden. But it'll take long enough, Cheryl. Don't you worry. It won't be a short one. But it won't be too long either. Ooh, I like this checkered one. It's coming out very nicely. Huh?
Looks good.
Yeah, I like it. Really happy with it so far. And I have never ever colored this before, so I did not practice ahead of time, which occasionally happens. Sometimes I color a little bit ahead, or I at least get all of the stuff ready, just so you guys don't have to watch that part, and so I can advertise what we're going to do. And that's really helpful. So I'll probably pick that back up once I get back home. But I have so many new stamps to share with you guys. Really excited about that. Okay, the end looks really good. And it's going to have some leaves and all that kind of stuff. Adorable so far, but you're going to bed. Okay, that's fine. You can catch the replay. Either in the group, it stays in the group for 30 days, and after the live tonight, I will upload it to YouTube, so you can always catch it later. And the K is kind of, all of the K is done as well. But that looks really good. I like it. Good night, Meg. Get lots of well-needed rest. Okay, here we go. This one is a little challenging because those little flying things going around on here, whether they be dragonflies or butterflies, I'm not really sure. But I'm going to make them whatever color I feel like making them because, you know, because I can. Okay, so this is awesome. And let's see what. Okay, so now, I'm sorry, I dropped the oxides.
Did that scare the crap out of you?
It did, yes. I think I'm going to go ahead before I change my colors, and since this dragonfly is going to be on the same page, and I'm going to go ahead and shadow his body with this same color. Instead of using black, I want to kind of keep him in the same color tone. Sorry about that loud noise, you guys. I dropped oxides on the floor. So these lower ones, I'm going to put those solid, and then as I get up towards the top, I'm going to leave some white open space for the lightest color, just so it blends a little better. There we go. Putting that in there. Perfect. And maybe we'll just make the wings the same on this one as we do on that one. And we're going to make it like not realistic. So we're going to pick whatever color we feel like doing. Okay. So next, let's see. We have these flowers and we're going to do these flowers as well. So I want to kind of stay with the flower colors, but since there's a little heart above it, I definitely want to put some pink in here. So I'm going to go with RV 19, 17, 14. And then let's pick some more colors. So we're going to need E18 and YR27 and also 24 for the inside of our little flowers that we have and our leaves. I'm going to keep the leaves in the same color as well. And then I think I need one more color. I think maybe yellow. Let's use yellow. Okay, Y 19, 15, 13, and we'll pull 11 just in case. Okay, so we have 4 yellows. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's the pink. We're going to start off on the pink, which is what color we're going to make these little wings on this little guy. And I'm not going to make them all. I'm going to switch it up a little bit so that I can make some of the lighter colors on some of the other ones, since they're too small to blend the colors. So we're just going to put a few of them in there. We want to come this way, and we want to do at least one more. So I think I'm going to go at the end and do, this one has little hearts in it, so I think the pink works really great on the hearts. So again, I'm going to stick closer to the edges for the depth and shadow on this side. All right, choosing our lighter pink, RV17. Gonna just do some different little bugs on here, and I will leave the last color to do the final ones. It's a much brighter color, so it'll really stand out. Just extending like we did before. This is quite different than what I normally do, because normally I'm coloring people or animals or something, and this is way different, so it's kind of fun because you can really do any colors you want. Here's the RV14, and I'll show you over here how much brighter this is. It's way brighter. It's going to kind of bring that color to life a little bit.
Wow, that popped.
Yeah, I thought it would. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing on these little bugs. Now they have bodies too, so I'll probably pull in just a multi-liner to do the black part. But we want to get some of this brighter color in here. There we go. And I actually have a multi-liner with me, so I'm going to go ahead. It's 0.35, so it's a pretty big one, so I won't have to do a whole lot. But I want to get that body colored in, so we don't have any white spaces on here. Well, I like that black with this color. That looks really good. They're flying all different directions, man. Okay. That's the only place I needed the multi-liner. Now we have browns and yellows, so I'm going to go ahead and start with E18, and we're going to do the center of these flowers, and I'm just going to put a few little dots inside the center of these flowers. And then we'll move on to doing these leaves, and I'm just going to do the bottom, since this is my darkest color of these leaves. They don't have to be real detailed, just as long as you can see the variation of color in it will make it just pretty. All right, next we're going to use YR27. Oh, you guys are quiet. We didn't do those pink ones. We'll have to go back. Okay, now I'm going to go around this centerpiece with this color and leave just a little bit left for the last color. There's only 3 centers on that. The rest of it's all just petals, which is pretty cool. All right, so this one, I'm going to just start extending up, leaving kind of just one little space left for the last color. Oh, my head's in the screen. Oops. Pretty sure you guys don't just want to look at my purple hair. There we go. It's starting to look a little bit lighter and pretty. We might need one more color. I'm not sure for this part. Maybe we'll do that pink too. And then YR24 is our last color, because my YR23 died right before I came up here. And I had to order a new one.
Do you need it?
Huh?
Do you need it?
No, I'm okay. I'm going to use this 24 instead of 23.
Okay.
But the nib was contaminated. I don't know why. So I just got rid of it because, you know, once it looks like that, everything is contaminated. So, all right. So next we're going to use Y19. I was going to do these flowers in yellow, but I think I'm going to change them to a different color, and I'm going to do these areas right here, the checkers. Oh, I missed a blue one right there. But that's okay. I'll go back and fix it. So this is good because we already put all the blue in there, so I know every square that needs to be yellow. A little bit faster than when we did the blue. But I was thinking I would use that color again, but I think it's too close to the checkered part, so we'll have to change it. We'll have to do one more color. And I'm okay with that. I could do it purple because you guys know that's my favorite color. So we'll definitely get us some purple going on. And I think I'm going to jump straight to Y11. I'm not even going to use Y13 because I don't think we really need it. It's such a small space. I think we can just fill it in with Y11. Y11 will make it pop a little bit more than Y13 would. So there we go. And then we'll go back in and fill that one square I missed with the blue. So I think because it's just a tiny square, I'm going to use BG75 and just fill that in. There we go. When it dries, it'll be the same color and it'll look fine. So we're going to grab some purple, and I'm just going to use this regular V17, 15, 12. And we'll do the petals of these flowers in that color. So I'm not going to get real detailed like I normally do with flowers. I'm just going to do the center, right around the center, and then up in each petal, the colors, just for now. So around the center, and then in each petal, just to get that color going. Same thing on this one, around the center, and then each petal. And it's small, so it doesn't have to be real specific. As long as you get the general colors in there, it'll be great. Hey, Beth. Tonight we're making some thank you cards. Of course, thanks. That's why we have the thanks. So I'm going to start extending out now in the petal area with this V15, and then we'll move it to V12 here in just a minute. I like this purple. I'm glad we picked purple. But you know, when don't I like purple? Slim to never, I think. There we go. And now we just have one more color of purple, and then it should stand up very nicely. Oh yes, this will be great. So I'm going to go from the outside so I don't wash out those deep purples that I put in there. I like to do that. If you watch me often, you'll notice that I do that a lot. I think it's a little trick. It feels like one of my tricks that I just like to do. So you'll see me do it a lot. There we go. Look at that. Got that all colored up. This one we're going to do an ombre, so we'll do that here in just a few minutes. But I want to do the wings of the dragonfly in this pink color, and then we're going to do those flowers before we do away with these colors and work on the other one. So this is our little dragonfly with some pink wings. And for this darker color, I'm just going to extend out from where I put that and do the underside of the wing. Extending out, and then the underside. Same thing there. And now we'll fill in the rest with the light color so it stands out. And I'll go from the outside of the wing in so I can keep those lines and separations in there. I feel like it just gives it a little bit of dimension by leaving them in there, so I don't want to blend them smooth. So there's our little dragonfly. And we need to start on this one. And I think maybe we'll stick with this purple and brownish yellow color for our little flowers here. And then we're going to put some green in for the stems. But we'll stick with the browns for the pots. That way we kind of have the same colors and they all coordinate together. So that'll make it really helpful. The only thing we'll be adding is some green. And when we add the green, we're going to add more of a non-bright green. So it's going to be YG 67, 63, and 61. And that'll keep it more in the same tone as the rest of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do those first. So it's this little stem here. And then, look, they're hugging each other. How cute is that? They are totally hugging each other. These are huggy plants. And then this one. And then the outside part of this one that's hugging, and this one. And then we're going to do this. And then this one over here. You know what these make me think of when I'm coloring these cute little things? Is, do you remember those wiggle, like, plants that you put by the sun and they wiggle together? That's what this makes me think of. It's so cute, but it makes me think of those wiggle. I had those when I was younger. We used to put them in the windowsill and watch them wiggle to the sun. I loved it. It was fun. Doing the outline now because this is my mid-tone color. And then we'll come in with the lighter color and finish it up. So I want to try to keep it a little bit of highlights in there. So kind of leaving some white space, kind of blending just a little bit. Going around the outside. And now we just have one more color. These are a quick color up, which I love. Sometimes you just want to say thank you nice and quickly. Because if you take a long time, then you waited too long to say thank you. You should always say thank you right away. So a quick and easy thank you card. I will now have 2 in my arsenal as soon as we are done tonight. Not that I don't already have about 250 cards already made, but, you know, what's 2 more? Fantastic. All right, so the inside sun parts, look, they even look like, she looks like she's singing. We're going to use the E18, and what I'm going to do is I want to leave the center part where their face is in a more, the lightest color so that you can see it a lot better. So I'm going to put a little bit of the inside like that. And then I'm going to put the color around the outside, but I want to do it in dots a little bit because, you know, it kind of looks like a sunflower, and that's sort of what the sunflowers do. So we're going to use dots for this dark color, and then the next color we'll use some dots as well, and then we'll blend out with the last color. And I think that'll work out nicely. Looks a little funny right now, but don't worry. It'll be fine. All right, here we go with YR27. Otherwise known as the wiggle dance. Yes, yes. I love the little wiggle The little wiggle dance. They were so cute. I wish I could find one. I bet Cooper would really like it. I am going to go around the outside on this one because I really want to keep that depth going around the center of that flower. And then we'll do some dots that kind of blend in with the ones that are there and sort of go out a little bit more. And then we'll be able to blend in with our next color. But look at how cute these are. Oh my goodness. I knew when I saw these earlier today, I was like, oh, I want to make those little flowers. They're so cute. On Thursday, we'll pick some different stamp sets I find here in the Pajama Crafter shop that I get to hang out in. So I think what I'm going to do is use YR24, and then I'm going to use some yellow in there. So I think I'm going to pull that Y13 back out because I think it'll blend better with the YR24. So here we go. We're going to use the side of our brush, adding a thicker amount of ink around that outside part. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the inside of her mouth. That would be the girl, because, you know, some of those boys can't carry a tune. Well, some of them can sing really well, but my husband. So I generally put men in that category. Y13, just Y13. We might need 15. 13 is not going to be strong enough. So we'll use 15 instead. And if we have to go back in with the other color to kind of blend that so that it mixes, oh no, I think we're going to be fine. So notice I'm using dots and I'm going over the edge a few times just so I can get that color really saturated in with those dots. So it kind of blends nicely together. I think that goes nicely. I like it. I hope you guys like it too. Yes. I used to sing You Are My Sunshine to my son. That was his song. I made up one for my daughter, but for my son, I always sang You Are My Sunshine when I put him to bed. So that's kind of his thing. All right. Now I want to do the pots, but this time I'm going to use the same brown colors, but I'm not going to use any yellow. I'm just going to get the pots colored in these brownish yellow colors. We want them to look kind of rounded, so I'm going to put shadow on both sides. And same thing with this one. I kind of want that to be a little thicker and across the bottom. And then we definitely want to have a little bit in here. Kind of go down. I don't want to cover up the hearts. I want you to be able to see the hearts. There we go. And then we're going to use that YR27, and we'll use 27 and 24, and then we'll stop. So here we go with this one. Round the outside, blend in from the edges all the way. Now, if I was going to make these look like a clay pot, I would probably add some different colors, because this won't look quite like a clay pot, but it'll be enough. You'll get the picture. So here we go. The bigger one, the square one, will look more brown because it's closer together. This one might look a little less brown. Same colors, different shadow, different design. So see how much you can do. Hey, Pop. That's what Cooper calls them, Pop. Okay, here we go. YR24. And I'm just going to do this with a back and forth stroke until it blends, or just before it blends, and wait. Give it a chance to do some blending on its own. And then I'll come back and fix the edges so it doesn't look like there's a big circle in there or a square right here. So if you go over it one more time, Just like this, it blends nicely and those lines go away. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. And then just touch around those areas where the colors met up so it blends them together just perfectly and nicely. All right, so on this one we had purple petals, so we're going to use the same purple petals for these sweet little singing flowers. So I'm going to start at the base and put some dark down here, and then I'm going to go into the center like this. We're just going to do that very same thing on all of the little petals. Now this isn't going to look like a realistic flower much because it's a little bit animated, so I want it to keep that animated look. I don't want it to look realistic. Here we go. This is kind of a repetitive motion, so I don't really want to say the same thing over and over again. So what do you guys want to talk about while we're waiting? Bye. Good night, Becky. Is this late for you guys? It's even later here than it is at home. So it's 9:30 here. So I usually go live 8:30, but that's Central Time. So it's already 9:30 here. So it's a little bit of an adjustment. I'm going to go around the outside of these and then blend up, and I will use the last color to just blend it all together. So I'm going to hold the marker a little bit more upright so it's not so thick around the edges, so that I have a little more space for the next color. So holding the marker upright, you get a thinner line. Then we're going to blend this out, and we're just going to do that repetitively on all the petals. This is cute. I like this little pot of flowers. It's sweet. It's easy to color. It doesn't take too awful long to do it. It took longer to do thank you than it did for the little flowers. I wonder if Dale's still watching. Are you still watching, Dale? It's 10:22 there. It's even later for you. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. If you guys haven't checked out my YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram lately, I posted a card and a speed video today. You love that color that I chose. They aren't typically used. That's why I love watching. Oh, thanks. That's why you like watching, because I use different colors. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. I'm sort of in that mode right now, trying to use all my markers. So in that case, I have to blend with colors that aren't typically used. I do like to shake it up a bit. I make so many different colors of purples with the markers. I just love purple. This used to be my favorite purple combination when I used, like a long time ago when I first started coloring. This was my favorite color combination. But now I just add a whole bunch of other stuff to it because, you know, you don't want to do the same thing every time. Now for this little tiny heart up here, I want to kind of make this one in that pink color because it is a heart and it would be cute in pink. And I'm going to use the same 3 pink colors we used for the word thank you. I'm going to extend up a little bit right here, and then we'll come in and put that last color. It stuck to my finger. Sorry about that. We'll use this little RV14 just to blend that out. And look how pretty that looks. Amazing. Okay, so we have these 3 pieces ready for our card. Is this, you got this done, Joy?
Sorry, yep.
This one's ready. Awesome. Sweet. Okay, so we have our card base ready. And then we're going to work on this one. This one's going to be super fast. I'm going to show you how to do this way faster than, I'm going to do it in an ombre, but we're going to do it with the chisel end of our markers. Now, I know we don't normally do that, but I want to do that this time. And I'm going to use an ombre, so it's all going to be the same color, just different shades of that color. And they're going to be different than the ones that I'm using right now. So I think I want to use some blue, like just standard blue. So let's start with 99 and 97 B's, of course. And then we're going to skip to 26, maybe. We'll test this out. And then 24. And then I think I want to go to 52. You know, I just love that 52. It's like my favorite. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little swatching real quick just to make sure all of these blend well together. So this is our B99, then our B97, and you just run the marker right over top of it and make sure that the two blend well together. Those two are great. And then on to B26, which becomes more of a brighter blue than the last blue, which looks great. So this is working out. I'm excited. Then B24, getting lighter. That one matches as well. And then one last color to bring it all home is my B52, which is my magic color I love so much. And look at that. Perfect. Okay, so they all worked out, so that's good. And Dale's still here. Awesome. Okay, so for the thanks, instead of going this way, I think I'm going to go this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the, we're going to try and use the chisel end. Oh, you know what? That probably isn't going to work because we have this small white border around it. So we are going to have to actually use this. Now, normally if it didn't have the trim around it, I'd just go shh. But we're not going to do that. We're going to actually just color it in. But we don't have to do a whole lot of anything fancy. Just get this color laid down. The fancy part will come in blending to the next color. So I'm pretty much just going to lay this down. This one will color up much faster than the last one. See how fast that is? Can you guys hear the dogs walking on the floor? They're so cute too. This morning one of them got locked in my room with me and he was just freaking out. You love my flowers? I love the flowers too. Wait till you see the card I have to put them together on. We're about to put the cards together as soon as I finish this right here. So I'm going to go over where I put that original color, and then I'm just going to start extending up from there. So I'll come back a couple of times just and make sure that meetup between the two blends nicely. It should, because we tested it. But sometimes you need just a little bit more love on there. It's okay to go over it more than once. And I'm coming up about the same spot, but since we're blending and mixing, it's okay if it's not perfect. So I don't really have to think about it or focus a whole lot on it. I just have to get that color on there. Well, I keep putting my head in the screen. I'm so sorry. All right. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to start from this end and work my way up now so that I'm not putting my head in the screen. Sorry about that. Going to have to watch replay. You're going downhill fast. Oh, I understand, Beth. No problem at all. I'm a night owl, so even after the live, I'll still be up for a while. That's why I do the lives late at night, because that's generally when I'm awake and pumped and ready to go. And then you guys can always watch the replays if you want. You can watch them in the group for 30 days, and then Facebook deletes them after 30 days. But they're always on the YouTube channel. So make sure you go out and check out the Doux Designs YouTube channel. I also do shorts that I don't do in this group. So if you want to see other things colored, you can check out the YouTube channel for that as well. And those will all occur while I'm gone. They will not stop while I'm gone. So, you know, I don't let you guys down. Here comes B26. So B26, I want to make sure that I get this one about halfway so that I can start doing the other two in the top half. So I'm going to start blending from this one up even further. And I want to try to focus on halfway. So all of this will then go into that color. Just make sure that your transition period gets, transition spot gets colored in really nicely so it blends well. I'm just going to go ahead and put my little lines across here because this is approximately where I want it to be. That way I don't forget. I don't forget to stop. Because I would not be surprised. I get to talking, I might not stop coloring. And then that would be really bad. Well, not really, because I've just changed gears, but you know. No mistakes, just changes, but I really want to do it this way, so I got to remember to stop. There we go. That one. I kind of like how you know, like the ombre of this color like changes from deep dark blue to kind of a royal-ish blue, and then it'll go to a really pale blue, which is pretty cool. Kind of gives you quite a variation there. Now there's a little bit of a difference in here, like between my transition periods here now that I've added that dark blue. So we can always come back with the 97 and meet that up a little bit better. But that's because we changed tones of the colors from that subtle blue to that navy blue to a royal blue. So I'm just going to come back with the 97 real quick and just make sure that my transition periods right here match up. I don't know why I call them periods, but you know what I mean. My transition spots. I need to come up with a cool word for that. Like my own made-up word. Because wouldn't that be fun? Only we would know what I was talking about. There we go. Much better. All right, 2 more colors and then we're done. So this one is B24 and it will be in that same royal-ish color, but it'll just be lighter. But isn't that cool looking? Already, I love doing this ombre, and I do it a lot on anytime I have a sentiment in a set that's a bubble-ish letter like this one, then I do ombre. Sometimes going this way, sometimes going up and down, just because I like to do it. I don't know, it's meditative for me. I really like it. So these kind of stamps are up my alley. Just because I think they're fun. Before I got into doing stamps a lot, I did coloring books that had words in them just so I could do different ombre fun with them. A little secret you guys didn't know about me. I did coloring books just like other people do until I moved into images. I did words. I even did the bad words. That one blended very smoothly. But you know if you just do one coat, like it doesn't blend quite as well. So you have to go over it that second time to really get that to blend really nicely. And that's okay. Just don't oversaturate it so it doesn't leak outside your lines. But other than that, you're golden. So notice when I'm doing that transition, I'm kind of changed the direction of my marker. That's so I don't go outside the lines. I don't want it to go outside the lines. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to go back over it once more. And then work that transition spot. Gosh, I'm having a rough time with that word tonight. Why is that? Hey, we also went to Hobby Lobby today. Anybody checked out Hobby Lobby lately? There is a lot of stuff on clearance. We didn't really buy anything, but they didn't have what I was looking for. But they do have a lot of stuff on sale. One more color, and look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? What do you guys think? Transition strata? Transition zone. Oh, are you giving me new words? Nice job, honey. Okay, here we go. This is our last color. And this is not going to be as bright blue as you may have thought. It just goes into back into like a navy, but really, really light. And I feel like I needed to have a little bit of this last color in the tip of this S. So I went back and fixed that just so we didn't miss that spot. And now I'm going to work on that transition strata one more time. Just testing out Dale's words. There we go. We just color this in, and then we go back and work that area just real quick. Don't want to put too much in there, but you definitely want to work that. So here we go. Next one, same thing. Just work that just a tad. Same thing on this one. And 3 down, almost 4 letters, 3 letters down, 3 more to go. There we go. Oh, that needs to be a little bit darker. This one's an easy one. It's just one spot. There we go. Just going to put all this color in one time real quick, and then we'll go back over it. And we'll have this done. So pretty. I like the blue. I hope it matches with the idea I have in my head. Sometimes I see it in my head, and I don't know if I'm going to make it come to life, if it's really going to work or not, but check it out. Isn't that cool?
It's very cool.
I think it's really cool. I love doing that. Okay, so now we're going to move on real quick to the next step. This is the stencil that I chose. And it's got these really cool little bubble rainbows, it kind of looks like to me. So we are just, and I'm just going to wing this. So I'm not going to tape it down. I'm not going to anything. I'm just going to start working it. And I think I'm going to leave it straight because I want all the corners covered. Like I want everything covered. But if it shifts, I'm okay with that. Because this is just a random, let's have fun tonight. So I'm going to start with purple. Shocker. This is Wilted Violet. And I'm just going to start in one corner. And then we're just going to start moving down the page like this. Okay? So that's Wilted Violet. And what other colors we got over here? So much fun. We have a green, a red, a yellow, an orange. So let's do them in that order. And then green and then blue. Does that sound right? I don't know. Does red go next to green and blue and a rainbow? I don't really know. So what colors should I go next? Blue?
Blue.
Blue. That's where I was going. All right. Blue, then green, then what?
Yellow.
Oh, the lighter colors into the darker colors. Nice. Okay. We're going to follow Joy's directions because I don't do rainbows very often. So we're just going to, I mean, you know, for fun. Yes, I miss your pad holders. I don't know why we don't have any here, but we will. Don't you worry. I'm going to grab this wilted violet one more time just to go over it, just to make sure my transition between the two colors looks really good. I'm going to do green next. This is going to come together very nicely and super quick. So again, this is the third color of 6 colors, so I just want to make sure that I get those in there. So about halfway across the paper, because I have 3 more colors to do. Uh-oh, I missed a spot right there, but that's okay. We'll come back with blue. I don't even need to open it up. I'll just use the ink that's on the brush to get my blend together. What is that? No, I'm doing good, but thank you. Okay, I'm going to leave green out because we're going to need to blend between the green and the yellow. Then we're going to pick up this yellow. So you guys know I usually have my thing that holds it still for me. I'm going to put some yellow. I mean, I'm doing okay. But usually I don't have to hold the tray down. But this is a quick job, so it's not going to be a problem. So I got my yellow in there, and then I'm going to come back with the green real quick and just make sure my transition between green and yellow looks really good. I mean, you know how rainbows are. They're like iridescent, so if I move the whole thing, it's not going to be a problem. So I'm not worried about that at all. I'm going to go into orange now. These are, so Joy picked these colors for me. I said, give me some rainbow colors. Pick me some rainbow colors. They're blending very beautifully, so no problems at all. So now we're going to go into orange, and then we'll end with red. Well, this is, I bet this is going to be super cool. Just blending well between the yellow and the orange. And then we'll leave the orange brush out. It's like the same thing, we're just repeating it over and over again. Now we're going to use red, and we have candied apple. Yum, I love candy apples. Now we're going to put our red in there. And then we'll come back with our orange and make sure our transition is smooth. And now look at all that color. And look at those dots on my fingers. That looks funny. Okay. Let's put all our brushes up real quick so we don't have a mess. And now ready for the reveal. Everyone loves the reveal. That's the best part. So first, I'm going to wipe this off so I don't mess up anything. Nice. Now, we're going to reveal our background. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I don't know what. I may have to make more of them after the live.
I feel like you need to do like the like squirt it and then press it down onto another card, like a mixed media thing.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Okay, so now we're ready to build our cards. Is that super cool, you guys? I love it.
I love it.
All right, so I have 2 card bases because we're going to make 2 cards. So we'll go ahead and finish this one up first since I have this right here. I almost asked you where your Barely Art glue was, and guess what? It's right here. Almost asked that. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to take this really awesome background and we're going to glue it onto our card, which now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have popped it up Do you have, I need the pops for, oh, yeah.
Right there.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so check out this cool thing that Joy has in her shop. Look, it looks like a cupcake. It's so cool. And there's a stopper in there, and you can just stick your glue in there upside down, and it holds your glue for you. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's a magnet to hold your pin.
Oh, cool. And that's a magnet to hold your pin? Oh.
And that's a brand new color. That's not even on the website yet.
Isn't that awesome, you guys? That's really cute. I like that a lot. I've never seen anything like that before. You're the only one that has it. All right, so now we have this on a white card base. You guys know I don't use white card bases very often, but for this particular purpose, we're going to do it. So I told you earlier that I did an extra background so I could pop this up. And I was going to do it flat like that, but I think we're going to shadow affect it. So what that means is I'm going to put it just off just a little bit. So I'll just off center it just a teeny bit. See if I can hold it there for a second. So it'll look like it's got a bit, see, a bit of a shadow on there. So I just wanted to look at it, make sure I was happy with it, and then I'm going to start gluing again. And yes, I stamped it incorrectly on the back, so you know, I had to restamp. I just didn't press hard enough, and they're not my tools, so I messed it up and I had to redo it. But no one will know that but you and me. The person who gets it won't know it. I'm okay with that. Alright, so I'm going to make sure that it's off just a little bit on this side and on the bottom. And I want to make sure it's about the same distance, just so it goes nice together. Isn't that cool? I really like that. Okay, so I'm going to need more than these because I'm popping both of them up. So do you have more pop dots? So now I'm going to pop up this word, thanks.
Sorry about the balls.
So there we go. Look, she cut them all up for me and everything, you guys. She's so cool. So nice. I think I'm going to cut this one because I feel like it needs just a little bit more. And I had a pair of scissors here, but I don't know where they are, so we're just going to grab another one. I would do that too. It looks so much better. Yes, I love it too. Yes, from her site. Yep, you can order it from her site, which I put earlier in the look up in the feed, and it's in there. I think I'll turn this one this way. And then I need just a tiny one, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one as well. There we go. And we'll put this one right here. And then I'm just going to peel them off real quick. I have one more. Oh, there it is. And I already stamped so much. There's not a die for that because you can just stamp it directly on the card, but I wanted it to be stamped already. So I got it ready before. But I'm going to cut it out and make it smaller. So it'll just take a quick second to cut. And then I'm going to place this on top. Just like that. So it's popped up. It stands up a little bit. It's super pretty. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to cut. I need a different pair of scissors. This one has tape all over it. So I'm going to grab this larger pair of scissors that she has so I can get one clean cut. I did that just slightly crooked. I'm not used to using scissors this big. Come on, cut for me. There we go. And then I'm going to cut this side off, because I really just want just the two words. And I'm going to cut here. And then I'm going to put this underneath. She has a trash can right underneath her desk, which is awesome. So here we go. We're going to put this one on here. Do you have any embellishment dots that you put, or bling, or whatever you want to call it, that I can put around this?
Do what?
Do you have bling?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is where we are with this one right now. We're going to add some bling as soon as Joy pulls some out, and I'm going to work on the other card real quick so you can see it. Oh, goodness gracious, we have lots of bling. So we'll do bling last because I'm pretty sure we're going to need it for this card too. So I'm going to explain how we did this so you guys will understand, because it's already die cut for us. So I want to put this word inside here so that when you close the card, it pops out and it's on this piece. So it's on both, you can see it in both places. However, I also wanted to put a piece of paper around the outside like this, and we didn't put the paper on there before we cut the word. So if you do that and you want to make sure that your piece of paper is bordered around your card the right way, cut it to the size you want, and then place it underneath, like on this back panel, how you would do it on the front. Once you have that centered, you close this so you can see it, and then you take this and you line it up with the top, and when you get it lined up, you tape these two down and you lift it up, then you take this and go die cut it. And that way it lines up like absolutely perfectly. So if you think about it ahead of time, and I didn't, so we had to do it that way. If you think about it ahead of time, you can glue it on there and then die cut all at one time. But just whatever works for you. But that's how we did it. Because after I asked her to cut that for me, I realized, oh, I wanted some pattern paper on there too, so now we got to do even more. And then you definitely want to make sure that you put just a little bit of glue on these so they don't fold up when you try to put the word inside there. So I'm going to lay this open so it's a little bit easier to lay down, and then we're going to center it right over top. Perfect. Just like that. And see how that matches up so great. It's perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to press it down a little bit more. And then I'm going to take our word that we fancied, and we used that same, see how I matched the color? So it worked out great. Now we're going to add this to the back, but this time we're going to put it exactly behind it. We're just making this piece sturdy. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the back. Again, stamped it wrong. Hey, there's no hiding your mistakes when you have to flip it over. No judgment though, right guys? So we're going to lay this on top. Just right exactly on top of that. It's just going to make this piece a bit sturdier. Now, we actually happen to have one more thanks cut out in white from here. So I may do it one more time. I just want to see, since we're 2 layered here, I want to make sure that it like really stands up. So I'm going to be putting this inside here. Just like this. Perfect. I think I'm going to pop it one more time, because I think it'll just be cool. I mean, who knows? Everyone likes to pop up stuff. much better. Okay, there we go. Just lining it up exactly perfect. I mean, it's the same die, so it lines up perfectly. You don't even have to worry about that. But this makes the thanks really sturdy. See, not flimsy at all. It's very, very sturdy. And since it's that thick, I can just lay it in here and glue it down. I don't even have to pop it up or anything. It'll just sit right in there nicely. Super cool. I mean, it came out of this, so it'll go in there perfectly, but it's a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to glue this so it'll stick when I close it. And that way it'll be lined up perfectly because I already placed it inside of there. So there we go. I'm going to hold that down for a second, just to make sure it sticks really nicely. Then when you open the card, you know how most of the time when you open the card, then the whole word goes with it. But this time it stays inside the card. Isn't that cool? I love it. And the design looks so good on white, and it looks good with the blue. And then we're going to take these awesome, cute little flowers, and we're going to place them in the corner. I love these flowers. They're so cute. And they're singing their praises of thanks for all you did. And if you wanted, there are more sentiments in there, so you could say for all you do, or for everything, or so much, or whatever you want. And then I'm going to take this little dragonfly, and I'm going to fold his wings up like this. Can I have one more pop dot? I'm going to fold his wings up, and I'm going to place a little piece of pop dot on each side so his wings pop up when we put him down. So I'm only going to put the glue in the center. So you could potentially, oh, I think he should be over here by our little flowers. You could potentially just leave them unhinged if you wanted, or you could put this tiny piece of tape. I only need one. I'm going to cut it in half. Thank you, though. And you could put this little bitty piece underneath here, so that it doesn't get torn off when you put it in the envelope and such. And then you just lay that down and it keeps them popped up. It's so cute. And then we're going to put one underneath here. And we're going to peel the top off like that. And then all we have left to do is bling, and we will be finished with 2 cards. Look at that. So much you can do with these dies. I really like it. And I still have the thanks that cut out from there, so I could do something else with that. Okay, let's see what kind of bling we want to do. I almost like this one. This one is perfect for that. And then, let's see. I almost want like a color on there. Almost purple maybe. Like, look at that.
Do you want cosmic?
Look.
Oh, yeah.
I think that one is perfect. And this is the jewel picker you have to
It's
help
right here. Or whichever one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. It's already open, but it's the other end, right? Okay. So here we go. Very cute. You like it. So this jewel picker, it'll pick up these jewels for you. Look, see? And then you can just place them on the card. But we're going to put the glue down first, just so. So I'm going to put a couple right here. And then I'm going to put a few right here. We're going to put, and then I'll put 3 more somewhere else, but I don't want the glue to dry. I dropped it. I dropped the gem. There's that one. Oops. I picked it up. I don't know. Oh, here it is. I found it. So I'm just going to stick that there. No, I'm not going to put them in there. I mean, you could put them in a little container, but I'm just going to stick them to this card. There we go. Oh, I think this would be better if I screwed that on all the way. Okay. Now we're going to put these up in the corner. I do like this purple. It's perfect. You guys like it? Very cute. I love it. She has so many stamp sets. I get to play with whichever ones I want. How fun is that? There we go. So we have 3, 6. We're going to need 3 more. So let's put some, like down here. Like he's doing a little trail. Oops. Well, that was too big of a bump. So there's one. Come on, jewel picker. Let go. There we go. Yeah, I made a mess. No problems. I can clean it up later. I'm going to put this one right here. I'm kind of trying to go in a little bit smaller as it goes out. So that's why I kind of dumped out the jewels so I could look at them. But I want an odd number. I like it that way. So there's 3 in this corner and 3 here and 3 here. And that's perfect. Oops, I picked one up with my finger. Did you see that? Let me put it back. Come on, stay there. There we go. Okay, so we have all of these. And when you open it up, you can put your sentiment inside. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, let's do this one. I'll just move these aside so you don't have to watch me pick them up. And this time I'll use the little tray she told me to use, because it would have been super helpful.
I'm sorry.
No, I was like, oh no, I don't need that. And then I spilled them on the table. So yeah, I needed that. Okay, now I'm also going to put 9 on this one. So I'm going to put 3 over here. And then I'm going to put 3 over here. And then I will stick the other 3 in a moment. Okay, I think I did that one backwards. Do they fold one way? Yep.
They do, but if you use a big enough piece of glue, it'll hold it.
Okay. Yeah. I did that one on the wrong side. That's all right. It'll dry and then we can use it later. There's one. A little bit smaller, but perfect. And then this one I think is even smaller. So look, they're different sizes, but they look so cool. Same thing up here. I think I'm going to make the bigger one over here that's further away. And I like these because they're iridescent, so they kind of match with whatever your whatever color is on your card. So it kind of looks perfect with this rainbow. And then I'm going to use an even smaller one for this side. And then we're going to do 3 more. And I think we should do them over here. So I'm going to do one here and then over here. So the smallest one will be this one because it's closest to the edge of the card. And then the medium one, this is upside down. I want to make sure I get it the right way. Right here. And then the last one is this one right here. And look at that. I think this might be my favorite. I like the flowers a lot, so I love that card. But this quick and easy card is amazing. I am super happy with how it turned out. I'm really happy. What do you think? They're your stamps. Do you like them?
I love them. I love it.
So here are the 2 cards that we made tonight. Quick and easy using the Thanks stamp set. You can get the Thanks stamp and die set if you'd like, and you can get the You Are My Sunshine stamp and die. And look at that sun. You could have so much fun with that. You could even put it over in the corner. How cute is that? There's the dies. Oh, well, I use those. So they're right here. But this is the thanks, and there's even like a little trail if you want to use it, or there's butterflies if you prefer, or there's another one with the heart. I mean, you can, there's so many possibilities, but these are what we used tonight. I love them. I hope you guys love them too. Look how fun they are. They came out so bright and pretty. And I really appreciate you guys joining me tonight. I will upload this to YouTube, so if you're watching the replay on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow night with a whole different set and some more exciting stuff to make. So thank you so much, and thank you, Joy, for letting us use your craft room. And you guys all have a great evening. Good night.